Most people misunderstand manipulation. They believe manipulation is loud, aggressive, or obvious. In reality, the most effective manipulation is quiet, reasonable, and emotionally subtle. It doesn't demand obedience. It reshapes perception. And once perception changes, behavior follows naturally. This is why intelligent people fall for manipulation more often than they expect. Because intelligence does not protect you from emotional influence. Awareness does. A fundamental truth. Manipulation does not work because people are weak. It works because the human brain relies on shortcuts. We trust familiarity. We avoid discomfort. We protect relationships, even harmful ones. Manipulators do not create these tendencies. They exploit them. 1. Distorting reality without denying it. One of the most effective manipulation strategies is not lying. It is questioning your certainty. Instead of saying, "That didn't happen," they say, "Are you sure that's how it happened?" Instead of saying, "You're wrong," they say, "I think you misunderstood." The effect is subtle but powerful. Over time, you stop trusting your memory, then your judgment, then your emotions. Once that happens, the manipulator becomes the reference point for reality. At that stage, control no longer requires force. 2. Confusion as a control mechanism. Clarity gives people power. Confusion takes it away. Some conversations are designed to exhaust you mentally. You explain your concern clearly. They respond vaguely. You clarify again. They shift the topic. Nothing gets resolved, but you feel drained. That exhaustion is not accidental. When people are mentally tired, they stop resisting. They agree just to end the discomfort. Confusion is one of the most underestimated tools of control. 3. Using your identity against you. Manipulation becomes effortless once it touches identity. A manipulator doesn't challenge your argument. They challenge who you believe you are. You're smarter than that. You're not the kind of person who quits. I thought you were stronger. At that point, logic is irrelevant. You act not to make a good decision, but to protect your self-image. When identity is triggered, free choice disappears. 4. The illusion of choice. Control feels unacceptable. Choice feels safe. That's why skilled manipulators never remove choice. They design it. You're given options that appear different, but lead to the same outcome. The brain relaxes because it believes autonomy is intact. Resistance disappears because force was never applied. This is how people are guided without realizing they're being led. 5. Guilt is emotional leverage. Guilt is not a feeling. It is pressure. When someone reminds you of their sacrifices, your mistakes, or what you owe, they are creating emotional debt. Once guilt is active, boundaries feel selfish. Saying no feels immoral. You don't comply because it's logical. You comply because you want relief. That relief is the reward that reinforces control. 6. Manufacturing urgency. Urgency bypasses judgment. When people believe time is limited, they stop analyzing and start reacting. If you don't act now, you'll lose this. This opportunity won't wait. You'll regret delaying. Urgency is rarely about reality. It's about preventing reflection. Decisions made under pressure benefit the person applying it. 7. Emotional magnification. Small problems are not always treated as small. A minor mistake becomes a pattern. A disagreement becomes a character flaw. Why? Because emotional intensity narrows thinking. When emotions are elevated, people seek resolution, not truth. That is when manipulation becomes easiest. 8. Excessive affection as a strategy. Affection is powerful. That is why it can be weaponized. When attention arrives too quickly, too intensely, without time for trust to develop, it creates attachment before discernment. Once emotional dependence forms, withholding affection becomes control. Love should be stable. Instability is leverage. 9. Silence as punishment. Silence is not neutral. When used intentionally, it creates anxiety. The ignored person starts replaying conversations, questioning themselves, searching for mistakes. Eventually, they apologize, not because they were wrong, but because silence became unbearable. This is not conflict resolution. It is emotional dominance. 10. Social pressure fabrication. Humans are social creatures. When someone implies that others agree with them, it triggers fear of isolation. You're the only one who thinks this. Everyone else understands. Whether true or not, the effect is the same. People would rather doubt themselves than feel alone. 11. Flattery with intent. Flattery feels harmless, but when praise is timed before a request, it is strategy. Compliments lower defenses. They create goodwill. They increase compliance. Once ego is activated, skepticism fades. Not all praise is manipulation, but manipulation often begins with praise. 12. Fear-based framing. Fear reduces complexity. When people feel threatened, they stop considering alternatives. If you don't do this, something bad will happen. If you don't follow me, you'll fail. Fear creates obedience faster than logic ever could. 13. Emotional blackmail. Love becomes a condition. If you cared, you would, after everything I've done. Affection is no longer freely given. It becomes proof of obedience. This is not connection. This is control disguised as intimacy. 14. Control disguised as care. I'm only saying this because I care. Concern can be genuine, or it can be a method of influence. When advice becomes pressure and concern removes your autonomy, care turns into control. 15. Blame redirection. A manipulator rarely accepts responsibility directly. Instead, they explain why their behavior was caused by yours. You made me do this. I reacted because of you. The focus shifts. You stop evaluating their actions and start defending yourself. Final insight. Manipulation does not dominate strong people. It dominates unaware people. Once patterns become visible, they lose power. The goal is not to mistrust everyone. The goal is to trust yourself again. Because awareness is the only defense that cannot be taken away.